Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power. A double inside.
Positive Power 21.org. Internet radio.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live-Worldwide podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live-Worldwide.
That's right. You tell them, little buddy. You tell them you're listening to Late Night with Jerry Royce Live-Worldwide, and the lovely Kimmie out of St. Louis, Relations Radio Magazine. Welcome everybody to the show. We got a great show. We're coming out of Maryland, we're coming out of St. Louis, and we're coming out of Canada. That's right, y'all. Coming out of Canada, bringing it to you live on this live stream. I'm not sure where you're catching the stream because it'll be coming from anywhere. That's how the internet rolls. But we appreciate you and thank you so much for being part of this broadcast. So meanwhile, let's talk to Kimmie Kim because I know she's sad right now because her team didn't make it to the Super Bowl. What's up, Kimmie Kim? I'm sorry, Kimmie Kim. I tried to root for y'all, man. I was cheering hard for my homie. My homeboy.
Well, I don't know what happened. I just think they just gave up because you come out so great in the first half and the second half. You just go to sleep. I don't know.
Let me tell you, Kimmie Kim.
I'm happy.
Don't be sad because I've been watching NFL for a really long time, and I tell everybody it's definitely set up because there's no way you be beat the team that badly in less than 16 minutes, and then they come back,
right,
and you don't score a point. It just don't make no sense.
Right.
So, it's just the way it is. They try to keep the world balanced, because they know.
I believe in conspiracies. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, man. You saw my team. My team went out there with practice squad guys and still was competing. They were only losing by a point. So that just shows you right there that it's the old guys can coach. You can't take nothing away from Harbaugh or Coach Reed. Them boys can coach, and them boys go out there and play hard for them. And I just tell you, it's just the way it is, man. It's just everything is just fixed right now. It's always about money. It's about the money. Anybody knew Kansas City should have won that game. They would have broke Vegas.
I know, right?
Yeah, man. That's why a lot of people getting fed up with the NFL. That's why everybody gonna be watching the USFL. The USFL is coming now. I gotta find me a team.
So who are you going for the Super Bowl?
Well, I was a big fan of the 49ers too, man. They didn't make it even. I don't know. I can't root for Bengals because they're in my division. I ain't rooting for them.
I got to root for Bengals because I don't like the Rams.
No, I got to root for the Rams then. I'm rooting for the Rams and you root for the... Yeah, well, I feel bad for that dude, Sanford, man. He was with Detroit too long, man. He deserved a ring. He was getting beat up out there, man.
Yeah, I do like Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford, he deserved it. Him and Ray, the other guy, the cornerback, especially my boy, what's the guy that came from New York that went to the Browns with the blonde hair? I don't know how I forgot his name.
Beckman.
Beckham. I got to root for Beckham. Man. He's too good to be on the sorry team for all those years. Yeah, we got to root for him. Mm-hmm. All right, but look, you and I can talk about football forever. And this lady that we have on the show, man, she is a big advocate for our I'm not going to say special people. Yeah, I'm going to say our special people because they bring so much joy to us. Because I just love my nephew. I just love when he comes over and, he plays with my son. He has patience with us. We don't have patience with him. He got patience with us because we don't always want to keep asking if he needs something. And he's like, I'm good. I just want to play this game, But we love him so much, We just want to see him happy. But anyway, this lady works with him. Awesome. It's part of her profession. She's a mom and an advocate. She's a moderator on Clubhouse and doing her thing. I think she authored a book or two. So she's going to tell you the whole story. But I just want to say hi to her. Okay. What's up, Jennifer? Okay. Welcome to Late Night. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing really well. I'm here with Emily as well.
Oh, cool. Emily is here. What's up, Emily? Can you hear us?
Hi.
There she go. I had the pleasure to meet.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah, I met Emily. I met them both about a week ago with Paula G. We was actually taping a television episode for Atlanta, and we had a chance to hang out with them for about an hour. So it was awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, Emily probably about to go to bed.
Hi, Emily. Wow.
She about to go to bed now,
honored.
but she probably hang out with you for a minute, Kimmie. But look, Jennifer, Kimmie's going to host the show, so I'm sitting here because I'm working on 100 things at a time. So she's all yours.
Okay.
All right, have a good time, y'all.
Well, thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Batman. Once again, Boss Man. You're the reason why I love radio so much. But I've been loving radio since day one. But thank you so much, my sister Jennifer, and my little sister Emily, for coming on and giving me the opportunity to fellowship with you. How you both doing?
We're doing very well. It's getting late for Emily, but she said she'd come on for a little bit and say hi. So maybe Emily could start talking a little bit, and then she could start getting ready for bed. But she had her first day of her second semester today, and she does online school.
Okay.
So it's been really good for her. Yeah, it's been different. So Emily has autism. She's 16 years old, and so she's in grade 11, and she's been doing online.
Wow.
Yeah, she's doing
okay. So you don't mind if I ask her a few questions? Can I ask her a few questions before she goes to bed? So hi, Miss Emily. How you doing?
Doing good. You?
I'm doing good. So you're 16. I have a 16-year-old. You're both in 11th grade. What do you like about school?
What? I'm sorry. What did you say again?
What do you like about school?
Yeah, what I like about online school? Well, I like it because there's not too many distractions, and I'm in a familiar environment, and I get to go to the bathroom whenever I want.
I like that. Well, that is important because I know I have two daughters, and their school is very strict on that, and you're so right about that. You're awesome. So what would you like to do when you grow up, like when you become older?
I would like to be a photographer when I grow up.
Oh, that's so awesome. You're amazing. And before you go to bed, because I don't want to get you in trouble, can you tell the listeners about you? Who is Emily?
I'm Emilie Geigel Claremont.
Oh, you're so sweet. What is your favorite color?
I like to collect some plushies.
Uh-huh.
And I also like to play video games.
Oh, wow. You sound like my girls. That's all they do is videos.
And I also really like animals.
What's your favorite animal?
The guinea pigs.
Really? That is amazing. What do you like about the guinea pigs?
I like the little proportions, the slightly long body and the short stubby legs, and their cute little faces.
And
we have we have quite a few guinea pigs.
And we have 7 guinea pigs.
Oh, wow. So do you take care of them yourself, or do your mom do it?
My mom takes care of them mostly, but I help her take care of them.
Oh, you're so special. That's sweet. So you understand the obligation of having a pet. And that's the reason why my girls don't have one, because they don't. You're awesome. Well, before
she does have quite a bit.
Oh, that's awesome. What is your favorite subject in school?
Oh, my favorite subject is STEM class.
Smarty.
You know what that is?
Smart and beautiful.
Called Science, Technology, engineering and mathematics.
Yes, my girls are part of STEM too. You guys, wow. It must be like a female thing because both of my girls love STEM as well. I love seeing like more women into the engineering and the technology field because there aren't that many. So you are on your way to wonderful and beautiful, latter years. And wow, thank you so much, Emilie. I don't want to get you in trouble. Do you have anything that you would like to add before you go to bed?
Want to add something?
No, thank you.
I think she's done.
Oh,
She's getting ready for bed. So
yes, it's amazing.
Thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, no, thank you. It's all honor on my end because I love talking to little ones. I just love, the new generations. You guys are our future, so it's good to see that young people are making good moves and so positive. So stay that way. And I see nothing but greatness your way.
Okay.
You have a good night.
Say good night.
Wow, she is amazing, Miss Jennifer. Yes. You're doing a great job.
I'm going to let her get to bed because it's getting late for her, and she does like to follow a schedule, and that's important for her to continue her schedule because if not, once the schedule gets, if she goes to bed too late, then she'll be tired, and then it'll just snowball into... I'm just gonna let her.
Trust me, I understand. I'm trying to get my oldest to bed early, but she's not listening to me.
Yeah, okay, that's one thing about Emilie. She listens really, really well. She is just an amazing. I mean, she's 16, but she's so amazing. She helps so much, and when she was little, she just like now she's really tired, but she speaks so well, and when she was diagnosed at 22 months old, and we were told that she would never speak.
Oh, wow.
They said, your daughter will probably never speak. So, and
no, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it was really hard, like when they told me that, and then they said that she would probably have learning disabilities, and she would probably not be able to attend a regular school. And I was devastated, and it took me a little while to, not too long, I have to admit that it took me a few weeks to kind of just get over it and say, you know what, there's no point, right? There's no point in crying. There's no point in dwelling. We have to, get up and go and do things. And because crying or, feeling sorry for myself is not going to help her. So I actually had to, yeah, exactly. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take classes. I'm going to research this. I'm going to do anything that I have to do. We put her on a waiting list for some therapy. We did some private therapy. We did all kinds of private therapies like occupational therapy and speech therapy. And we did IBI therapy, which is an intensive behavioral intervention. And we paid all out of pocket for these interventions. And we worked really, really, really hard for our little girl. And
that's awesome.
And it really worked Ms. out
Jennifer,
for us.
That's amazing. I mean, she is, just talking to her, she is so amazing, so joyful and attentive, and she loves life. And I really believe it takes a great parent to really leave their children. I must say I have beautiful girls, and they're just typical teenagers. And Emilie sounds like she's the same. And it is amazing how when you come from good foundation, such as Emilie does while she's under your care, they can truly see how much you love them and how much you care for them based on the time that you spend with them. So I thank you so much for showing that what it means to really love your child. And I really believe that when I worked at Productive Living Board, we focus on inclusion, and I am all for inclusion. So you're doing a great job. We dealt with individuals with mental disability. Yeah, and we believe in inclusion. And we all have a disability. When I was working there, we all have a disability. People don't realize one of my legs are longer than the other, and I stutter. But we all have one. So it's amazing to see mothers such as yourself just loving Emilie and showing her true love and just supporting her. And it sounds like she's doing the same for you. So it works both ways. Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've learned so much from her, and that's basically why I wanted to become a teacher for children with special needs. So for the last 9 years, I've been a teacher for 22 years, but for the last 9 years, the last 9 years I've been teaching in a class with children with autism, and that was what inspired me was Emilie, because I knew that I could help, and I knew that I could. I knew that space. I knew that reality. I knew, and I wasn't scared of it. I wasn't afraid. It was very. I just felt like home. You know, when I'm with my students, it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like home. It feels like, these are my kids and I'm taking care of them in this space. So, I love going to work and I enjoy what I do. And that makes the biggest difference, right? When you...
it does. You want to love what you do for a living. Exactly. Because people can see the passion not only in your eyes, but they feel it, that compassion that you have for others. So you're telling me that you're having the best time in your life through your daughter's, autism. And I just love the fact that you're showing other parents how to cope with it, That is such an amazing servant leader, because you're showing the parents who are new to this reality that is okay, and we can get through this together. So kudos to you, Jennifer. I thank you so much. So teaching, what part of teaching do you like mostly about? I love teaching. That's why I asked.
I love when there's a breakthrough. So this means that there has to be a challenge. So sometimes when there's...
Yes, of course.
When you're working with all children, no matter what child, they have their challenges and they have, things that they need to improve on. And sometimes when you're working with special needs children, some of those things are more frequent, and they're different, right? It could be social skills. It could be different things. So if there's something that they're struggling with, it could be anything, right? It could be a math problem, like it can be a social skill, like it could be, knocking on the door at a classroom door, or it could be talking to a new friend. Whatever their challenge is that they are having, this problem with, if I can help them and they can, achieve something that they're aiming for, and I had a part in that, it makes it so rewarding. So for me, it's almost like this. I get a medal, right? I just feel it in my heart that, this child is so happy because he finally understood something, and, or he's so proud of himself because he just finished a work that he wouldn't be able to finish, and now he did it. And it was partially because of me. And I feel so proud of that. And I feel so accomplished because I made that happen. And it's such an amazing feeling that, that amazing feeling when you see that spark in their eyes and they're very proud of themselves. And it just melts my heart, right? It's just like this amazing feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes forever because I get the students from grade 3 all the way to grade 6. So sometimes, it can take a couple of years, until something really sticks. And then I see that it finally happened, and I am like so happy and proud and everything. So that, I think that's the best moments about teaching, is when there's a little breakthrough, and that you feel that you really made a difference in their lives. Exactly.
And what are some of your challenges that you're facing as a teacher now when you're comparing back to when we were students? I know my parents were always involved, and if a teacher even just say my name wrong, I'm in trouble. So what are some of the challenges you're facing, not only just the special needs, but back when you were teaching to the general public? What kind of challenges were you facing? Because I really believe sometimes the teachers, they do their best, but I think there are times where they are expected to do more than outside of their job description, and it's not fair. And so I would like to know, because I see them, and I notice that there are some involvement from the parents, and then there aren't. So what are some of the challenges have you faced as a teacher?
Well, I have to say, honestly, that I work in a small community. The parents are actually really great. I haven't had huge challenges when it comes to like parents or anything like that. It is like, I have to say, when we were growing up, it was different, right? Where if the teacher said something, that was it, right? There was no buts about it. Maybe today there's more leniency as to, children having maybe more control over their activities. Maybe they're more, listening to YouTube or, listening to television shows and stuff like that. We were more outside. We were more playing with friends outside.
Yeah.
So, to that effect, I do see, the children disconnected a bit more from nature, from playing with friends. We had neighborhood friends. We went to play outside, and
I know, right? We played jump rope and jumping jacks and everything.
Exactly, and I mean, I'm as guilty of it. Like my kids didn't really have neighborhood friends, just for the fact that we're in a neighborhood where the population was a little bit older. There was no kids their age, so they saw their friends at school, but they did play with a couple of friends, but they didn't really have neighborhood friends. We had to have, the parents drop them off and stuff like that. So it was a little bit different. Like, I remember when I grew up, I'd just go outside, and there was lots of kids outside. We just went to play.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different now, where you don't see that as often. Like, you can't just go outside and play. No one's outside to play. So you have to, maybe make a phone call first, right? Or text before. So it's a little bit different. But as for school goes, I have to say that I have this this way of turning everything into a positive, and that's like my superpower. So I will look at something, I'll look at a challenge, or I'll look at something, and I will turn that around and make it a positive thing. So to me, it's really hard to say something that would be like a challenge at school, because I face these challenges. Actually, I kind of like the challenges, and I like to face them. And I know it's funny to say, but I don't.
No, I'm the same way. I embrace problems. So I understand. Yeah. You're the type of person, you like challenges, because you could get really bored without the challenges. I feel like I understand. I really do. I thought it was different and unique, but now you're showing me that people like me do exist.
They do exist, because I find that my husband has this saying. He says, you have to appreciate your problems. Appreciate your problems. And I embrace that a lot, because the problems that we have, I am very, very, very lucky. My problems are small. We're talking about, a headlight that went out this week, or, I broke my wiper blade while, cleaning off the snow. I mean, these are small problems. This is not a big problem. These are very minuscule problems, and I should just appreciate that I have such a sheltered life that's my problem. So I don't worry about those things.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That shows that you appreciate the smaller things because, I'm sure you sometimes may or may not, but you may see children who lack, or you may have been around children who lack, or may not. But I see what you're saying because you understand to appreciate the things that we do have. And I really believe once you understand that what you have and the problems that you have, someone is worse off than you. And you're showing that to us in this discussion that look at the brighter side of things. It could be a lot worse. Thank you, Jennifer. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
So, you know what? I forgot to ask you the first question I normally ask my special guest. Who is Jennifer?
Well, Jennifer is, I have to say, the first thing I am is a mom to two beautiful children. So Emilie is 16. Jacob is going to be turning 19 soon.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have two teenagers and, an adult there. So Jacob's in university. Emily's in grade 11. I'm a wife and I'm a daughter. My parents live nearby. I have a brother who lives nearby as well. So I'm a family person. I have another brother that lives in the U.S. I'm in Canada. But
wow. That's amazing.
I love my family. I love to create. One of my biggest passions, I'm a teacher that I've just spoken about. I am actually Franco-Ontarian. So here in Ontario, there's a population of francophones, so French-speaking Ontario folks. So sometimes if I'm looking for my words, so I don't really have an accent, but I do search for words sometimes. So it doesn't show because I do speak English. My husband speaks English. But I am kind of translating in my head sometimes as I go, so bear with me.
You're fine. You're doing wonderful. Canadian, and you have a brother in the United States, so how can you go wrong?
Exactly. And the other thing I love, so I actually, these newly found loves for social media. I love social media, and I kind of it sounds funny, but I just kind of got really involved into social media that I wasn't really before. And I didn't have the time when Emilie was younger, but I'm finding a bit more time now. The other thing that I love is creating these streams of income, various streams of income. And I'm teaching Emilie how to create these streams of income for herself. So when she grows older, she can be independent. So we've been doing a whole bunch of projects. Yeah, so we've been doing a bunch of projects. Isn't that awesome? So during the pandemic.
That is awesome.
I know. And when the pandemic started, I actually taught Emilie how to self-publish a book on Amazon. So we've been doing that. Isn't that fun? Yeah.
Wow. What is the first book that you have published during the pandemic?
Yeah, so what we did is because Emilie loves photography, like she said, and she loves taking pictures of our guinea pigs. So she takes such nice pictures of the guinea pigs, fantastic. So she wanted a way to use her photography in a book. So she actually created the first book we ever did was called I Love Writing with Guinea Pigs. And it's a workbook for children. So there's a picture of the guinea pig that she took, and she puts them in all these little situations where she'll put the guinea pig with a teddy bear next to it, or a guinea pig with a cup of tea, or it's always these funny little things. And so we put the picture at the top, and then she wrote a little prompt what is this guinea pig telling her friend, or this guinea pig is getting ready for a party. What is she getting ready? And then there's some lines at the bottom so that the kids can can write a little story depending on that prompt that Emilie put up there. So the first book I didn't even really touch. It wasn't perfect, but I didn't even worry about it. I let her publish it like that. And beautiful. It was just beautiful. So she did sell quite a few. And it was really fun for her to do. So she's done quite a few. She's done some in English and some in French. So we have a few of those on there for her. So that was just one example, So I'm trying to show her that there's different ways of creating income. And then, so getting her independent by participating in these things. And then she gets the profits of the sales. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. And that's important to show the future generation of other streams of income, not to just mainly focus on the full-time, because eventually you may want to start your own business. And that's awesome. I really believe in that, creating wealth for your future generations to come. That is so cool. And one thing I like about you is the fact that you are open. It sounds like you're open to her ideals, and she feeds off of you, from you, and vice versa. And that's beautiful to find in a daughter and mother relationship. So kudos to you. And what are some of your hobbies that you love to do when you're not teaching or helping others? What do you like to do in the spare time?
I love, it's going to sound silly, but I don't really have spare time. So those who know me, I do fill my time. I love a bunch of stuff. So I love cooking. I love art.
Can I come over?
Yes, I can come and cook for you. I have actually my degree at university was in visual arts, so I love doing art. So I love painting, and I love just everything. I love paper crafts, and I love just anything drawing. I love charcoal drawing, and I do that. And I also started. I started doing classes online as well. So now, using that love of art to teach children art on the weekends and on different, like it could be even in the evening. And I do that through a platform, through an online teaching platform. And I've been loving going on Clubhouse. So I do moderate rooms on Clubhouse, and I've been having so much fun with Clubhouse as well. Yeah, that's another thing that I've just discovered just about 4 months ago, and I just love it, just for the discussion, a little bit like we're doing now, right? Discussing and sharing information and getting to know people. I just love that. So.
And what is the name of your club that you are part of? Because I would love to follow you. I recently started Clubhouse, and I found out that if you have an Android, you can now join. So I would love to follow you. And secondly, I hear so many beautiful things that you're doing, not only for your family, but for the community and things like that. What kind of legacy would you like to leave behind?
Okay, well, first of all, if you're trying to follow me on Clubhouse, I do have 2 clubs. Well, I have a few now, but my 2 main clubs are, I have one called Sunflowers and the Kitchen Sink, and it's also my Facebook page. And I have another club called the Teachers Club. Now, there's a few Teachers Clubs, but if you go find my name, you'll find in my bio. And I have another one. It's called Global Autism Connection. That's another really good one. So those are my clubs, and we have a lot of fun on those. So for sure, come and follow me. We'll have fun. And
I would love that.
Yeah. And my legacy, my gosh, I don't know. You know what? It has to be with autism for sure. I want. I started a blog for Emilie, just on Facebook. I started a Facebook page for her when she was younger, and I write on there, and we've been sharing our journey. It's called Emilie and the Autism Journey. And people message me almost every day saying things like, you're so inspirational, and I've got so many ideas from here. And we love seeing Emilie grow, because you can go back and see posts from when she was little on there, right? So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's really neat. And I do throwbacks where, I show pictures of her when she was younger and stuff like that, and share stories. And my goal is to turn all of this into a book. So the book will be called Emilie and the Autism Journey. It's been in the process of being written for years now. It's just I never know when to finish it, because I keep adding things. So, but this being said, so I think my legacy will be this book, Emilie and the Autism Journey, and it will be there to provide inspiration for those parents who are being told that their children are not to be expected to do anything great. And this is basically what I was told. Your child will never speak. Your child will never learn. And you know what? People are listening to this advice and this nonsense, and there's no way that a doctor can tell what your child is going to do when they're, 23 months old. Don't tell me that you can predict if she will speak or not, or if she can learn, or she'll be able to graduate from high school or not. You do not tell me. You will not dictate what my child will become. And I think
love it.
This, right? So
I love the tenacity, because you're telling them that you have no power. You can only give me your observation or your opinion, but you don't have the last say. Come on, Jennifer.
Exactly.
I love this.
And you know what? It's so easy to fall into that. And
it is.
I was even told, because when I was telling other parents, don't necessarily listen to that. And maybe they will, because other parents were coming up to me and telling me their story. And they said, yeah, but look, I was told Emilie would never speak, and look at her speak now. And I had people tell me, Jennifer, stop giving them false hope. And I said, there's no such thing as false hope. That is ridiculous. I said, you know what? It's like you're allowed to hope as much as you want for your children. Who else is going to hope for them? Who else is going to advocate for them? You need to be there for them. And you know what? If you don't do it, who will? That's it.
Wow. You said it all. Wow, you said it all. And I just want to say, wow, because we do need to sometimes advocate for those who are really not, they don't have the right to give you opinions of how to think, because you may say something, but that doesn't mean I may agree with it. I respect you, but if I believe otherwise, like you said, I want to believe otherwise. And look at you now. She's talking, she's writing, she's joyful, she is amazing. And now you're on Clubhouse, and I'm following you now, and I see some of the wonderful things that you're doing. You're advocate, you're showing people that it's okay, and you're showing parents that this is okay. It's so amazing. And there's so many different studies out there, and I see people with autism living wonderful lives, especially when I was working at Productive Living Board. They inspired me. They work harder than I did. It was like, oh my goodness. So I'm behind because they work harder. So what I love about, they do. They don't stop, and sometimes you have to let them know that, hey, it's okay to stop. But I love their tenacity. They believe in persevering and not giving up. And so with that being said, I just want to thank you for this wonderful, inspirational story, because you're telling people with children with special needs that it's okay. I have my member at church. He is just so amazing. His name is Charlie. Charlie will tell you that he is okay. He loves to dance, and he loves to sing, and he's just amazing. So I really believe in just loving people for who they are, because like you said earlier, we all have our disabilities. And I really believe some are known and some are not unknown. I tell you mine. Mine is my speech impairment. So I understand going to speech therapist. You would never think that, would you? No. But I had to practice like Emilie to continue on and not allowing that disability to affect who I am as a person. And because of parents like you're giving hope to Emilie that it's okay and she's going to have streams of income and wealth because of you and your husband and the family. So do you have any remarks that you would like to say? It's so hard to interview you within 35 minutes because you have such an amazing story to share, because I believe in inclusion. I really do. I have learned so much over the years working for my last employer about everything when it comes to mental health and how important it is, and mental disability. And it's just amazing to see people. I just love seeing people happy and having a great time in life and having that inclusion. That is all I'm about, and I thank you for promoting that. We need more people like you in the school system.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. It was so much fun. But you know what? If I were to say one last thing, is that, you know, I've lived through it as a teacher and I've lived through it as a parent. And the one thing that I can give maybe some advice to everyone is when you see, you know, someone with special needs, maybe someone in a wheelchair, someone with autism, anything, you know, any special need at all, it's a different ability, right? It's not, they're different, but not less. And that's a quote from, that's a quote from Temple Grandin. So Temple Grandin is an amazing person with autism, and she's a speaker, and she has a doctorate, and she's amazing. Anyways, you can look into her, but she says, you know, I'm different, but not less. And when you see people that are different, yes, it's very powerful. And when I heard her speak in person, I was just floored. But one of the things is that people have to remember is that exactly, they are different, they are not less. And please do not ignore them in fear of something wrong. Yeah. Because sometimes people are scared. What if I say something wrong? What if I don't do the right thing? No. And because they're scared, they don't approach that person. They don't talk to that person. And then that person is now alone and lonely because you were too afraid to go talk to her or him because they have a disability. And that is wrong, because those people need interaction. They need love just like anybody else. And if you would normally go up to a person and talk to them in a room, because let's say if they're sitting alone, you go talk to them. Well, do the same with that person with a disability. And you know what? People with disabilities would rather you even ask a question than ignore them. So, you know, it's always better to, and, you know, not make that decision based on fear. I'm afraid I'm going to say something wrong. I'm afraid that I'm going to stare. I'm afraid that I'm not going to do the right thing. So because I'm afraid, I'm not going to interact with that person. And that has to stop. You know, go and approach those people, talk to those people. They're all human beings, just like everybody else is, and do not worry about doing the wrong thing. The fact that you're approaching them and talking to them is the right thing.
And when you think of that way, you're doing the wrong thing. So, where can people find you? They want to book you. They want to follow you because you have an amazing story that needs to be shared abroad. I mean, oh wow!
I do have a blog.
Okay.
So I do have a blog. It's jennifergeigel.com. So you can check that out. And I am on Facebook, same name, Jennifer Geigel. And on Instagram, I'm Jennifer Fun with Epicure. And that's like my cooking part of me. And I also have, that's my cooking part of me. You can check it out. And where else am I on? I'm trying to think. Oh, and on Clubhouse, I'm Jennifer Geigel as well. And I do have Emilie's Facebook page called Emilie and the Autism Journey. And I have my new page called Sunflowers and the Kitchen Sink.
And since you mentioned that you are cooked like 2 times, what is your favorite dish? What is that dish that no one can outdo you in?
My favorite dish to make or to eat? Those are 2 different questions.
To make. No, to make.
To make. I make a really good butter chickpeas. So it's like butter chicken, but with chickpeas, because I'm a vegetarian. So I do make a version of butter chicken, but it's with chickpeas, and it's fantastic.
Oh, wow. That sounds fantastic. Well, Miss Jennifer, I just want to thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to fellowship with you. This has been such an amazing time sharing your journey with the listeners. And Jerry, you were right. Once again, another wonderful story to share. And I love the fact that she shows so much joy and passion for helping everyone, not just her, but just helping the children and helping their parents coping with, autism. It is a journey. We all have our journey, but it's still inclusion. I really believe in inclusion. So we all, like you said, we all have something that we're working on. And wow. Jerry, do you have anything you would like to add?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Jennifer. I know you had to juggle some things, and we really appreciate having you here on Positive Power Late Night. That's one thing. I'm so glad you guys talked a lot about visual arts, because that was one of the things I was trying to get my sister to push my nephew into, because I'm gonna tell you, we used to come over her house, and he would have these little Ninja Turtles or little army men on the table, and I was like, wow, I didn't know they made army men that small, because I used to collect them. And she said, no, he made them out of Play-Doh. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was that good. I thought he should have been a sculptor or something, but she never got him into one of those classes. She would sign him up for karate and track and stuff like that. So one day, his uncle going to put his foot down and make it happen. I'm going to see what he can do with some clay, big hunk of clay. But I just thought that was so amazing. And then you have him with like color coordinated handkerchiefs and stuff on the turtles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was good. He was really good. So just want to say thank you so much, Jennifer, for joining us and sharing your journey. And of course, we got more TV. We'd like to get you guys on. The Ski Jones going to be taping real soon, so we'd like to coordinate something with you and Emilie with that to make it really interesting to all the kids that's out there who are inspiring to be photographers or visual artists. Amen.
I had so much fun. Thank you for having me. It was amazing.
You're welcome.
I had fun with you. You're amazing. I mean, wow. And Jerry, yeah. Oh, well, I just followed you, so I will. You have to invite me now.
Yeah, yes. I'll go follow you back.
Oh yeah, okay, the clubhouse. Yeah, that was a great room, our clubhouse room. I'm gonna have to get back in there. All right, so Kimmie Kim, you ready to pray us out?
Sure. Father God, thank you once again for this wonderful time with Jennifer and Emilie. Thank you so much for allowing us and the listeners to, listen to the journey of different people and how happy they are and helping one another. Thank you so much for Jerry Royce, that man. He is the reason why I'm here. Continue on blessing him, increasing his territory, Father God. I know you can. And I thank you for this productive fellowshipping time. And I just want to thank you for, pushing me as well, because I love radio, and it's because of you. You gave me this vision many years ago. And I just want to thank you once again, Father. In your son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, ladies.
I'm just amazing. Thank you, Jerry. You're amazing.
Welcome.
Thank you, Jennifer and Emilie.
That's right.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for blessing our audience with your journey. All right. Well, it's time to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can stick around. We got some Dre with jokes, and we got a little bit of Jericho Force coming up. Hear about some other journeys, and thank you again for sticking with us on the stream on Late Night with Jerry Royce Live Worldwide and Kimmie Kim and Jennifer G out of Canada. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of double X.
Positive Power 21.org. Internet radio.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live Worldwide.
This is Dr. Eric Holmes. 3 John 1 and 2 says, Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things